Well, going into my 22nd year and being a part of that game, it's something special. There's nothing else like it, really. You know, we have a rivalry with Findlay. That's, you know, the battle for Ohio. The playing for the traveling trophy with Hillsdale is pretty special because if you know the origination of the game, it started back in 1970 with, you know, Coach Martinelli and the athletic director at Hillsdale, and got together, and two teams, sister schools in a lot of respects, a lot of the same values, and, you know, same mission statement, you know, recruit the same type of kids, and made a pact just to have a game that, you know, for a trophy, play for a prize, and play for the right reasons. And it's one of those, I mean, proverbial throw the records out the window, and which is fun to be a part of. I mean, we'll play above our heads, they'll play above our heads, all for that, you know, piece of tin. And at the end of the day, we'll shake hands and we'll lock arms and say prayer together, you know, on the logo of the field. You know, it's kind of like a throwback to what college football used to be, and an appreciation of that on both sides. And so it's a very neat dynamic to be a part of, and it's been a very special game during my career here. Yeah, I would say that one stands out because it was part of a 2-game series. We opened that year playing Indianapolis with a 3 overtime game. And then the next week we're playing Hillsdale in a 4 overtime game. So in the first 2 games we played 7 overtimes. You know, one was a win, one was a loss. And so, you know, it is invariably, you know, I think back to 2022, you know, Coach Owens last year, and we were undefeated in the regular season except for the Hillsdale game. And if you look at all the stats and all the records, you know, it should have been a win for the Eagles, but, you know, as you know, really happens a lot in this series, you know, you're fighting for that trophy, and they fought harder for that trophy that day than we did, and they were able to reclaim it, and we were able to get it back in 2023. But it's kind of one of those things you always remember those games more than anything else, and it's very, very special, very, very special. When you see the passion, even, you know, like looking last year was kind of an epitome of that. The fight that they showed after we went up and seemed to have the game in control. They were fighting to the end, and the game was decided on the last play, you know, which is one of the things we preach anyway, and it just epitomized what this rivalry has been. You know what, we start right from the first day of the week preparation, fresh as Sunday, you know, after we close the book on UIndy, and, you know, every year we delve into Ralph Tomasi's book, you know, the Go Eagles book, and I actually read the article to the players about how this game started and what it means, and high points through the years, players that have coached, you know, played in the game, coaches that have played, you know, coached in the game, and understand, you know, where the series is as far as wins and losses at that point, just so they have an appreciation. And you're always preaching with that too. I mean, today the trophy's at practice the whole day. One of our student assistants is holding the trophy the whole day during practice, just so it's in the forefront of their mind, and realize how important it is. We had Coach Julian, who's played in this game, spoke to the team afterwards. You know, and I haven't asked Don Graham yet, but I was going to hopefully have Don speak to the team after practice tomorrow or Thursday, just to let the guys know and hear it in his voice, hear the passion and enthusiasm of what this game means to him, both having been in it as a player and also as the radio voice of the Eagles. You know, so just immersing the players in that culture and around that tradition, so they get an appreciation of it from there.